everyone. I'm going to tell you about the books I read this month that I really loved, and some books that I'm reading right now that look so promising. The first book I read, Rom Com, 2 words, Abby Jimenez. If you've heard of her books, you know why I liked it so much. It is part of your world. And look at the cover. I love the cover. Her little red hair and her yellow dress. And the dude, 10 years younger than her. And, y'all, the book has a goat in it. Read the book just for the goat. It has a baby goat in it. Read the book for the goat. The other book that I read in August was a YA romance by Serena Kaler. And if you've heard of her, you know her books are cute. This one took place at a Shakespeare camp called Long Story Short. And I won't give away many spoilers because I want you to enjoy it if you read it. I will say that the main 2 characters, they butt heads at first, and the main male, Nick, his parents owned the camp, so of course he's going to go there. Come on. The other book that I haven't read yet, but I have to tell you about, if you've ever watched The Great British Bake Off, which, amazing, am I right? So, this book is by Nadiya Hussain. It's her cookbook, Nadiya Bakes, and I picked it up at the library just because I love the cover. Look at that cover. And I want to look at all the pretty recipes in here. Let me show you some of the pictures. Okay, the first page. Look at that. Isn't it cute? And oh, look at that. And look. Oh, she's got, oh, look at that. We're gonna make that, friends. We're gonna make that. Okay, and like, oh, look at that. I could just go to town showing you the pictures in here. Look, isn't she adorable? And oh, her wigs. Anyway, I'm really excited to just look at the pictures of this book because I loved Nadiya Hussain on her season. She was the best. I was so glad when she won. Now, there are 2 books that I might get done before the end of the month, might not, depends on how work goes. The first one is The Feeling of Falling in Love by Mason Deaver. It's about 2 young teens who have this friends with benefits kind of thing going on, and then Josh tells Neil, oh, hey, I love you. I'm not very far into it, but I'm liking it so far. I have a feeling this Neil kid's going to learn a few lessons, though. And I think it'll be good for him. The next book that I started is for the local book club that I'm in my town that I live in. It's called The Bookwoman of Troublesome Creek. It's about a woman named Cussie Mary Carter. And she is part of this family that they have this genetic thing that causes them to be born with blue skin. And I found out that there were people in Kentucky who actually used to have this genetic. It has since cleared up in their family line, but they had blue skin, and they don't know how this gene came about, but they were able to figure out that it was just a genetic deformity that caused them to have blue skin. Anyway, so she travels around. She's part of the Roosevelt's Kentucky Pack Horse Library Project. So she travels around to people with a pack horse and delivers library books to them. The other book that I am looking forward to finishing when I finish these 2 is Mimi Lee Gets a Clue by Jennifer J. Chow. And I found out it's the first book in a series, so I'm gonna read the rest of her books because I've been on a cozy mystery kick lately. Earlier this year I read a couple of others that I will tell you about when I remember the names of the titles. They're very fun. This one, I'll just say this. Her cat here on the front, he's a talking cat. He talks to her. It's funny. Freaks her out. And then I am finally going to finish the Laini Taylor series by following up Dreams of Gods and Monsters, because I read the first two last year and they're incredible. My God, I love Laini Taylor. Oh, she's so good. And then I'm also going to read A Dark and Starless Forest. I'm actually partly into it, but you guys, I keep getting, ladies, gentlemen, everybody, I'm trying to break the habit of saying guys for everyone. You're not all guys. Anyway, forgive me. A Dark and Starless Forest by Sarah Hollowell. Everybody listen. This is the book. You gotta read it. She's I can already tell that she's writing some really great characters who are very close to each other. Very tight-knit, this very tight-knit sort of found family, and they just have this bond and this love for each other that's awesome, which I think is going to be good for this story based on where it's headed. And somewhere in my apartment I have the black it's a book by Holly Black, and I just forgot the name of the title, but I'm gonna read that one because I started getting really into it and then I had to return it to the library, so I had to check out another copy. Anyway, I think that if you know the adult book of hers that just came out that everybody's raving about, you'll be able to figure out which book I'm talking about. My pain meds are kind of kicking in because yeah, so my memory is right now. Anyway, thank you very much for chilling with me while I show you all my books. I'll be back to show you more later this week. Have a great night.